My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm. In the last run, we constructed the Citadel of Sori Irithil and discovered the Statue of the Forefathers world modifier that is you can choose one fewer cornerstones and the Fishman Ritual Site. Orders are disabled here. Orders are disabled here is a huge negative. Giant. That is 8 points of reputation at the absolute least that you are capable of eking out of that. But then on top of that, those orders also often reward you extra resources as well as, very importantly, perks and parts and tools and people, and none of that's going to be available. I don't think I can take both of these modifiers at the same time. I think that's a really, really good way to run a society that just like explodes really quite quickly. I would have to find a different win strat, but I would have to find that with fewer cornerstones to choose from. So instead, I think I'm going to take one of these, and in doing so, I'll open up more points of interest up here to the top left, and the one that I've elected to take is the Statue of the Forefathers because of the positioning. So I'll only be able to choose from one fewer cornerstones than typical. However, we are going to be settling the Coral Forest. Let's check out what we've got here. Okay. So Coral Forest is similar to the area that we just came from. I do love the idea of having beavers in this area, specifically because beavers have the ability 10% of the time, because it is their favorite task to do whilst woodworking, to double their gains, which means that I'm going to be getting more crystallized yew, more stone, more plant fiber, more meat, and more incense from the trees. Very, very much in favor of that. We're also going to be moving up to Prestige 15. Prestige 15, more resolve needed to gain reputation. Alright, so I can't make my villagers happy enough to win the game as easily as I might have previously. I'm going to call this the 3 cities. That, of course, named after 3D. And I'm gonna be taking beavers. Do I want to take 10 beavers? Or rather, 8 beavers and 2 additional villages, or 6 beavers? I can't see any good reason not to take the 8. In this area, there is an average amount of tillable soil as well. I do like the idea of taking a farm of some kind with me. Although, it would be Trapper's Camp that would want to be the camp that we would take, because meat and insects are very likely. Also, we found Trapper's Camp very, very useful to have taken with us in the previous. I wonder if perhaps I should consider an option that isn't a farm right now. Because I will have the option to take a farm. I'm only offered 2 blueprints at a time. It's quite likely I end up getting offered a farm and have to take it. So our starting resources do include 7 planks. I wonder if I should take some additional planks here. There's also stone, so that I can actually get some brickworks created. I could take 2 additional villages as well if I really wanted to. Or I could take some additional food to start with, just eggs and roots. It's difficult. It's difficult to tell. I don't think I'd take the additional food because I got the Trapper's Camp. Maybe I do take the additional villages here. So we're gonna have 13 at the very start. That's gonna be the ability to make a lot of things very, very quickly. I'm gonna have to focus on my first season expansion here quite intently. Okay. Forest Boon. Oh, sick! Gain 1 free cornerstone reroll for every reputation point earned during drizzle season. That's gonna be exploitable. We've also got Forest Mysteries, 2 of them activating at Hostility 2. That's the Aura of Fear. During the storm, all species resolve, drops 100% faster. All of our species are already revealed to us here. We have beavers, lizards, and harpies. So I can immediately start thinking about the kind of overlaps that they have. We know that the lizards and the beavers both like pickled goods. Thank you. I got there eventually. The lizards and the harpies both like jerky. That's very, very easy to get. We know that the lizards and the harpies also both like pie. The beavers and the harpies both like cloaks and education. And the beavers and the harpies also share biscuits. Okay, there's a lot of overlapping stuff we can do here for them. The second forest mystery activating at 2 hostility is Hailstorm, so everyone needs to be housed or they will fade. That's a 5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. Then there's Melancholy, which can also be avoided by having complex food for everyone as well as housing, but active from hostility 3 up, villagers will have -2 penalty to their resolve, and that will stack every 60 seconds. And then Death and Decay. Interesting. I haven't seen this one before, I don't think. This is from 4 hostility up. Every villager that dies during the storm, not leaves necessarily, but says dies, usually clarifies dies and leaves for things that trigger on both. But every villager that dies during the storm instantly turns into a blood flower, which is an event that we have to solve with a massive food. Okay. Ooh, we actually have some tillable soil already here in the base. Wild. Although I don't have adept farmers, so how useful is that tillable soil really going to be for us? We'll see. Toolshop and Tinkerer offering me the capability to make tools as a priority. It's not really high for us. We will end up with the ability to make tools pretty efficiently out of crystallized dew. So that's the ability to use tools as like a lot of problem-solving things, or maybe even just opening a lot of chests. I don't want to reroll this early because I do only have 20 amber, so I want to reroll away from something that has no possibility of even benefiting me, rather than these where I theoretically could still get some value out of the tool shop, but really, really, really low. So Druid's Hut is similarly to last time we were on this map, the ability to turn meat into oil, but also grain or plant fiber or vegetables, should those happen to be more accessible for us. There's also the bakery for creating biscuits and pie. Pottery is going to be difficult to create because I'm not going to get much clay on this map unless I have a clay pit. But biscuits and pie, beavers and harpies both love biscuits, and harpies and lizards both love pie. So if I got flour production online and got a bakery up and running, that's everyone fed. There's flour production from the stamping mill, but there's the small farm, which would actually give me grain production so that I can make the flour in the first place. Oh, man. Because I really do want, like, full utilization, I am taking the small farm, and I am going to be setting it up immediately. I mean, it's probably actually better to be down there. It just looks a little more jank. Okay, there's our small farm. Tool shop doesn't need to be built yet. That's a while down the road. Bakery similar. Field kitchen, totally appropriate to build that right now so that I can start making jerky. Especially with the amount of people that I have. I'm definitely also going to need a crude workstation, as I don't otherwise have the ability to make any of the building materials, like just the base building materials in this game. And I'll prioritize these woodcutters camps, and in fact, I think I'll make a 3rd woodcutters camp right now. I definitely want a harpy in the hearth as well for carry capacity. One of the best benefits early. Okay, so now I've got 1 lizard and 2 beavers. making the rest of our estate for us here. I do really want to house everyone here in this first season because otherwise people are going to start running away. Oh wow, one less cornerstone means, at this point for us, one total cornerstone. What a nightmare. I do get additional rerolls from my Forgiving Crown. One free cornerstone reroll for every reputation point earned during Drizzle season. So I'm going to take the opportunity to reroll a lot. Travel rations doesn't seem like it would help me. Local taxes is nothing. I'm not going to be making amber for ale for a really long time, rather. Surprise child, the ability to gain more lizards for every 25 eggs produced? Sure, but I don't make eggs on this map. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. That was a full mistake. I thought there was maybe a source of eggs somewhere. There is not. I just spent a cornerstone and 2 rerolls to get nothing. Oof. That's not what I wanted to do. Alas. Drizzle, I definitely need to start planting in the small farm. Let's have a look at our orders. The clan. Make the lizards 15 happy. That's gonna happen definitely before I install 3 rain engines, I can tell you that. Hunters. Deliver 28 meat and build a trapper's camp. That's easy for me to do right now. Hurried expedition. Create an apothecary. That gives me the ability to make biscuits. I don't care about incense or tea though, so... Hurried expedition, definitely not. Hunters, very, very easy to take here. I'm gonna have to tell people to stop eating meat. And then I'm gonna have to create a meat production facility, but that'll get that done pretty quickly. We're looking at joyful lizards again, so... Boom, that's all the way up to 7. A lizard house is another 6. 13, and then I favor the lizards. Okay, I can take joyful lizards. That's really, really good whenever I can afford to do that. We'll prioritize building the lizard house first. When I favor the lizards, the harpies are also going to get really, really mad at me. Hopefully they don't leave fast enough for it to be a problem. Oh, the harpies are starting to wear the coats. Okay, that'll help. Got favor on the lizards. There's the housing. Joyful lizards is surprisingly easy to get, unless you have too many lizards. If you have a small amount of lizards, it's done. It's already solved. I can't click this because it'll give me 2 more lizards, and those lizards won't be happy enough for me to complete this yet. So I have to wait until Joyful Lizards is done. And then Joyful Lizards, and then the clan. Boom! Whole bunch of lizards now. What joy. And 2 more blueprints. There's the granary. That's pickled goods production as well as fabric production. Here's a ranch, though. The ranch has the ability to turn plant fiber, reeds, vegetable, or grain into meat. And eggs as well, so that would be a production facility for more lizards. Annoyingly, I think the granary is way more important to us right now. There's the rain mill. That's our flour production. I'm really, really glad for the small farm that we already created. So with the rain mill and then the bakery up, we'll be able to start making biscuits and pie. We're going to need meat, herbs, roots, berries. Those are going to be harder to do for the biscuits. I'm going to have to do that after expanding. Whereas turning meat into pies is incredibly efficient. I guess I did want to do jerky, but do I really want that right now? It feels like I can go straight past that now that I have the ability to make pie. I'm gonna have to tell all of these, hey, yeah, you can make up to 15, I guess, except for fabric. Just so that I actually have the ability to do something. Let's also get our woodcutters camps to expand. move closer to the things they're cutting down. Two people immediately into the crude workstation, thank you. And also the Trapper's Camp, so now I have 2 lizards free to build things with. Hunters is now ready to complete as well for the +1 to meat production. That's also a bunch of new people. I have so many people here for the first season. I am gonna have to start just spamming some big shelters. I need these people not to just run away as soon as I change season, and this is, I think, the only way I'm really capable of doing that right now. I'm gonna need 3 of them. So I'll tell you all to prioritize planks so that you make enough planks to get that done faster. I did want to start making food early as well, but that's not going to happen right now. I'm gonna spawn and deactivate the bakery. I'll do the same for a rain mill. So rain mill, bakery, you create flour, you turn the flour into biscuits and pies. Pies are created primarily using meat. And flour is primarily created using grain. Tool shop not relevant yet. Other buildings not relevant yet. Granary, I mean, I want to put it down, but it's still probably one of the least relevant things I need to make with planks at the moment. I almost wonder if I would benefit from having a second crude workstation to the degree that I'm going to do it. Plank delivery has got to come out soon, in which case the first big shelter will get starting to get made, rather. Oh boy. I'm worried. I'm pretty worried about this first storm. Okay, 2 of the big shelters are coming up at the same time here. Everyone's resolve is low. Take 1 person off woodcutting, and then everyone else off woodcutting. Alright, so we're still under the first level of hostility, so we should actually be okay. I should definitely find something for these people to do during this period of time, though. I think a rain collector is appropriate. Oh, one easy thing to do would be start getting this stonecutter's camp. And then I'm going to activate the other buildings so that I might be able to build them out of the planks that we're currently creating. Let's get some beavers into the main warehouse so that we can ship things faster. Oh lot of beavers not doing anything at the moment. I'm not really happy about that, but we do get a bakery up. That's great. I should have prioritized the rain mill first over the top of the bakery. It would have made more sense. I'm going to set a fabric limit of 5, but I do need to make some if I'm going to be able to make the rain mill. Literally just one instance of it will have it done, though. Newcomers. If I accept the newcomers right now, I would only be able to accept one newcomer. Otherwise, we start to overflow here. So I'm gonna have to wait until the end of the season. Whoa, hang on, our hostility just let down. Oh, I see. Because now we have 1 Queen's Impatience, so we lost 15 hostility, which gives me the ability to accept these people. Woohoo! Parts are good. How are my orders working out so far? I got parts in 2 of my orders. Okay, never mind. I'm pretty comfy to take the option of some berries, some reed, a harpy, and another beaver. Great. Set the priority of grain mill higher than the granary, but the granary also wants to get made as soon as we have the ability to make more fabric. Okay, rain mill starts getting constructed now too. I can throw some beavers in the rain mill very happily. Thank you, start making flour. Still just short on the flour for producing the granary at this point. All right, new cornerstone arrives. Cooking steam. If you leave rainwater for a while, it will begin to release a warm and pleasant vapor. Food production speed is increased by 15% for every 50 units of drizzle water stored. Food production, eh? Excuse-moi? Whoa, everyone's hungry? Oh, because I told them they can't eat meat, of course. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna have to lower the hostility for a bit while everyone fixes out their hunger problems. Throw 2 of you into a bakery now that I'm starting to get flour. So that I can use that meat to make pies. In terms of our new orders, profit margin. That'd give us the ability to get a supplier, which is plank production and waterskin production. Planks and waterskins are both pretty good. I only need to get 3 trade routes worth 7 amber each. Alternatively, plus 25% to the amount of goods produced in a small farm from delivering 20 packs of crops, and I can do that very easily with a granary. Honestly, I'm gonna take the farming option here. Seldom do. Seller! Complete 6 trade routes, 20 gold worth of amber, and I get 15 amber, 10 bricks, and plus 2 to waterskin production, which is not especially significant. But discover 5 glades? I don't necessarily do that in an entire run. I'm gonna take it though. We'll see. I'm gonna want more tillable soil. Oh, hang on. Right, forgot about that. Gotta let him not be hungry. Cooking steam. I'm gonna be doing a lot of cooking. Let's try it. Drizzle water is difficult to store, but I could get a plus 15% increase in speed for all of my things right now if I just got a rain collector, let it build up 50 drizzle water, and then stopped. So we'll do that. Please deliver the fabric so that I can make the granary, so that I can stop making fabric in other places. Thank you. Should probably free up some additional workers at this point. Come on, deliver that bricks. Thank you. That's... Now that people are eating? Perfect. The rain mill is now out of stuff to mill. That had to be expected. They go back into wood cutting. I want the rain collector to work as long as it can through the drizzle season, and I don't have anything else that needs to be constructed right now, so I'm going to throw my final 2 workers into the granary. I want to get some fabric so that I can house some harpies. And lizards. Lizards like fabric in their houses as well. Now, I did want to be expanding into my first dangerous glade right about now, but it's pretty late in the year to do that, and I already have a chain that gives me the ability to feed my people, so I'm going to wait until the next year to do that, which does feel like it's a little late, but it will be okay. Everyone's housed now, though, so I should be able to just drop down some parklands happily. And in fact, enough people are housed that I should drop down too. And then a garden. No free builders to make it, though. Okay, Trapper's Camp has no deposits nearby. Now we have some free builders, and that is soon going to happen to the stone deposit as well. Stone deposit's out now. I'll leave my builders open for a moment, so that I can complete my ascension all the way to neighborhood. Do I have the ability to make leather skins? No, I turned that down. Okay. Well, without the ability to make leather skins, I don't think I need to hold on to this leather. Okay, that's all of the lizards appropriately housed. And then I only need to build a single harpy house for them to be happy at the moment. Perfect. We're no longer collecting drizzle water, we're starting to collect clearance water. That said, do I have anything better for y'all to be doing at the moment? I do, actually. That's filling both of these. And recognizing that I should probably let them build planks and bricks up to a total of 25 apiece at this point. Alright, there we go. The harpies and the lizards are pretty happy. 1, 2, 3. 3 big shelters. A single beaver house is 12. I can build beavers' houses, but it's going to take me a while until those can actually house all of my beavers. I'm still going to need the big shelters to keep the beavers appropriately housed in the next season. That said, they are both made out of planks, so eventually when I deconstruct the big shelters, I will get more resources for making my beaver houses. Alright. I want to stay below 2. So I can actually get some beavers back on woodcutting here. And I want to carve out the ability to get to dangerous glades pretty easily, so I'm going to put my 3 woodcutters over here, as this one is already a single tree until I can break in. Throw a couple of these woodcutters into the rain mill and a couple into the warehouse. The rain mill should now have, yep, some flour in order to continue producing. And I have a couple of builders free to still work on my lands. Newcomers, eh? I could accept 1 newcomer right now without overloading. 2 bricks, 12 stone. Alternatively, some clay, some eggs, and some mushroom. I'm happy to take the harpies and the beaver. And then I take 1 person off of woodcutting, and that's enough to get us back down to the lower hostility level. Woohoo. While harpies aren't really doing anything at the moment, I will just throw them into the rain collector so that I can try and start building up some stormwater just in case that becomes important for anything later. Some event completions even ask for water of a specific type, so I wouldn't be surprised. Things are working pretty smoothly. I should definitely make a trade post nowadays, though. We're probably soon to replace one of these crude workstations with a makeshift post as well. Crops. Okay, we made all of the fabric I was looking for. There's another beaver house coming up as well. Woohoo. Love to see beavers get housed. I don't need to continue housing more beavers right now. I'm fine. We now have enough impatience that I'm capable of even getting another woodcutter back out on the job. There's too many people not doing anything at the moment. It's not like there's something I can do with them either. Our food is really weird. Unfortunately, we do have pie and we do have meat, but that's it. That's it. I can afford to break into one of these glades just before the end of the storm because everyone's house, so I don't have to worry about any negatives from that. Okay. Oh, both of these are really good spots for a new half. Ooh, literally the last second. 22 incense. With 8 more, I would be able to perform a ritual here, and in doing so, gain the converted totem of denial, which I do love oh so much. There's also crystallized dew and porridge if I wanted to burn it down instead, but burning it down is very expensive for my resources. Yeah, let's let the season actually pass. There we go. Trader arrives, Sahilda! Sahilda, do you happen to have any of the tools to get me through this one, please? Hidden reward. Gain an ancient tablet for every 2 completed glade events. The bonus is added retroactively. No, reroll. 3 grain per minute. Thank you. That's very useful for us. Trailblazing? Discover 3 glades. Sorry, 6 glades. That's so many glades. Standing level, that's also going to take me a while. I'll take trailblazing again. I like to expand, I just don't think it's good to do. Deliver 5 packs of provisions as well as keep the lizard's resolve above 24. I mean, +1 to vegetable production is pretty significant, and that's coat production as well from the artisan. It requires I complete any 4 dangerous or forbidden glade events, but at this point, I guess I am expanding, so sure. And there is an event in here, thankfully. Ooh, there's also a worm tongue nest. So I can start getting a bunch of insects. Happy to see it. Alright, let's go throw beavers at all our jobs. And Sahilda. I suspect you won't have any tools that will help me resolve this, so that's ale, training gear, tea, scrolls, incense, or wine. Nope. However, I can't make incense. We have none in that woodcutter's camp, we have none in this woodcutter's camp, we have none in this woodcutter's camp. The chance that I get 8 more incense by the time I need to complete that event is none, is 0. I'm not about to complete any of my other events. The only one of these I can make is the scrolls in the rain mill. The problem is that's going to require pigment or wine, neither of which I can make at the moment. Can't just purchase pigment or wine here. No. Well, this is a pretty big problem. Oh, if I break open this chest, which only requires 2 more stone, can I get stone from you? Nope. But I definitely have stone in one of these that can be refunded. There we go. Tell you to stop making bricks. Tell you to stop making bricks. Refund your stone. So with that much stone, I now have the ability to break open this large abandoned cache, and if I break that open immediately, I can get the incense out of it, and as soon as I have the incense out of it, I can resolve the Totem of Denial. So I should be able to do that fast enough that it's comfortable. Just to make absolutely certain, this is a Tinkerer? Hello. I've encountered your type before. In order to make as certain as possible, I'm gonna make roads between all of those so that I cart the ingredients appropriately quickly. I do want +2 to flour production, but I also want all of your flour and all of your herbs, all of your grain and herbs, rather. Main problem there being my gold isn't worth much at all to you. I suspect I should hold off and not do anything then. Unless I want to get woodcutters move 20% faster, maybe. Specialized boots. I have to give up my ability to reroll and 56 meat. Yeah. We have a lot of woodcutters. That benefits so many people right now. Okay. Anything else I need to do? Doesn't appear it. I didn't buy additional things for the grain mill just yet. I didn't officially tell you all to investigate either. I am going to be rebuilding this Tinkerer. Yeah, now that I'm flush with planks, I will definitely make some more beaver's houses. So Hilda's about to leave. Hence our auto pause there. Yeah, y'all are gonna start making planks again real soon, don't worry. I'm about to cart a bunch of those planks out of here to build these beavers. Let's take some more people off the job. More workers to help me create these houses. Okay. We are carting back the coats first. Just need these incense, please. Oh my god, the rest of the coats are being taken back first. Incense, get the incense. I'm gonna start carting things over to the Totem of Denial by the time... There we go. By the time we come to make our second trip, we should have the ability to do that. Now I need to worry about the Blight Post. I knew that I needed to worry about the Blight Post this entire time. I think I should have done it earlier. Thankfully, I have all the materials for it. So I'm not scrambling in that. Some folks start making them for us. And I do want to force delivery from our workshops. I'm also going to deactivate their ability to make planks right now. That's good. We're making pie really well. I'm gonna tell you can make up to 100. Because it's still the most efficient food resource I'm capable of creating. We are going to complete the Totem of Denial in time as well. We're not going to complete it before the start of the storm, but that's okay. We also do have now 52 drizzle water, so at the very least we are getting plus 15% to the production speed. Definitely time to start harvesting this worm-tongue nest as well. And, in fact, I'd like to clear up the area for a mine, if you will, woodcutters. Newcomers have arrived. I'm going to take planks. Thanks for the planks. We have exactly as many lizards as we have trappers camp jobs. Glad to see that. Lines up very well. The more and more I think about it, the more it feels like Hearthgo right there. In which case, a small warehouse go right there, which is going to make the trips for all of these woodcutters much better. As well as the hunters. Perfect. Just under 2 hostility again, wow. Unfortunately, that's all of my people off of woodcutting. Let's sub some people in for the main warehouse. We're burning all the cysts at an appropriate rate. We're not going to overflow on the hearth. I said I would do it, and I have done it. I have finally not lost people to this. As soon as they're all done, though, I need to tell them to get off that job, because I can't have them using all of my wood to make more purging fire right now, because I just don't have that much wood to go around. Rain mill, we definitely have, yep, the ability to make more flour, so let's do that. I can throw another person in the rain collector. It's not really going to matter, but it's also not really going to matter, so I don't really need to avoid it. I have so much fabric. We have no planks. Oh, but that's all our wood as well. Well, I'm only going to get one of these producing planks then, so I don't entirely run out of wood. Where I'm currently at, I could easily throw a couple more people on woodworking and go to almost the top of hostility 2. Also really want to make a mine there, which is going to be a great way to utilize all of our extra beavers at this point. Making coal will help take a lot of the burden off of wood for us. And wood is overburdened with so many things that I want to do with it at this point. This converted Totem of Denial only really makes sense to move to the other ancient hearth. As soon as I get a service building, we can turn this into a district with a plus 10% chance of double capacity. Double yield, rather. Fill the mine with people what like mining. Vliss has arrived, as well as a new order. It's Arena. So I do have the ability to make Tinker's Gear. Tinker's Gear, rather. I do have the ability to make training gear, courtesy of my Tinkerer. However, I don't have the ability to make luxury packs from the Carpenter, Artisan, or Press, and we don't have the Clan Hall, so I'm going to leave this choice open for the moment. No quality control. Yeah, interesting. We gain +2 to wood production. This is the one that we unlocked in the end of the last episode as well. We gain +2 to wood production. After each storm, all stored wood is removed, and you get 50 insects in return. That is a really good way to not have to have many woodcutters doing anything at all. I'm gonna take it. That takes, you know, woodcutting down from give you 1 wood to give you 3, and if that doubles due to double production, that's 6. It's not like I'm, you know, keeping a huge amount of wood at any one time at the moment, you know? Let's have a look at Vliss's offerings. Reinforced saw blades. +3 to plank production. Whoa. That sounds so good. I definitely can't afford it though. I'm gonna get rid of this second crude workstation now and make the makeshift post that I'd said I was going to. And then tell you to use meat to make packs of provisions and make up to 15. Okay. Looks like I also do need to start making bricks again. I haven't left myself open with way too many people. I've only got 1 builder, in fact, free at the moment. Do I have anything valuable to you? No. My most valuable things are having their nose turned up at. Here comes the small hearth now. We're starting to get coal production roll in as well, which is going to make it much easier to be happy to burn through wood. Because even if I lose all my wood at the end of the storm, hey, at least I do have my coal. Realistically, it feels like I should get a bunch of wood and then tell everyone to do everything else for a while. And I now have no free builders. Take people out of the warehouse. Refill that extra woodcutter's camp. Rain mill. I have so much flour that I can take them off that job and put them back in a woodcutter's camp as well. And we're pretty far through drizzle, but I was supposed to open a new area. I'm still gonna do it, especially because I need to find things for people to do. Well, hello. Fishman Cave. Chase them away with tools. A Fishman totem will spawn every 60 seconds whilst doing so, or I could try and bribe them. I don't have amber, and I'm not making amber quickly. I do have pies, though. And they would give me bricks in return. Can I get 15 amber in that many minutes? Not easily. Well, actually, if I send this cache to the Citadel using 15 tools, That will give me 20 amber, and I'll have the ability to use pies and amber to bribe these fishmen to go away. That would give us 5 ancient tablets, which is extremely lucrative, and 30 bricks, which I really do want, just suddenly a lot of bricks. I like that, actually. It's also worth noting that Profitable Caution says, complete any 4 dangerous or forbidden glade events, but I don't believe this counts clone events. Clone events would include the kinds of things like the Fishman Totems that spawn out of working the Fishman Cave. But if that's not the case, then it would be daft of me to not just chase them away instead. How much slack in the line do I really have? As soon as I take all of my woodcutters off woodcutting, a lot. Until then, not much. Got some trade routes coming in as well. I can sell pie for 3. That's 12 pie for 3. Single pack revision to do so. And there's coal for the worst rate. It's a really good rate for selling pie. I'm gonna sell 60 of my pie. Our bakers are doing fine. They've got meat, they've got insects. If they want to use those instead, they've got a ridiculous amount of flour. They're doing fine. See, even if I open this to get the money, I then turn down getting porridge. None of my people will eat porridge. Flour and jerky. I have the ability to get a bunch of flour, and I don't care about the jerky. Yeah, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. And I probably want to take a couple more people off of I can take 2 of you out of the makeshift post. Throw the 2 of you at the abandoned cache. And then by the time that's done, hopefully I'll have enough pie. I only just realized I sold all the pie that I was intending to solve that mission with. Oops. In 4 minutes I'll have 15 though. But that'll be too slow. I'll spawn 3 Fishman Totem and get an impatience point from the cave by then. I can connect pipes and I can start the drizzle water. Yep, sure. Make it 100% faster, increase the production speed by 50% 2 times, and also have a 25% chance for double yields. That'll help me. And then I'm gonna throw... I don't need to throw anyone in the drizzle factory yet. Camp has no deposits. Cool, that's gonna free up a bunch of our workers. How badly do I need reeds? So reeds actually do have like an important use for us, and that is that they are the most efficient way to make training gear, is to use stone and reeds, which I have access to both of those on this map. Maybe I still do need a second crude workstation. Newcomers. I'll take fewer people and a more diverse set of resources. I'm gonna start pre-making a good amount of purging fire as well, because that'll give me the ability to use a lot of the wood that I'm otherwise not using at the moment. And that wood's gonna get taken away at the end of the season, so I don't want to just stockpile that. Okay, we have sent to the Citadel. We have enough pies now. Beautiful. I should probably get some people to start carting the pies over. 23 seconds. Yeah, by the time we're done here, we'll have the amber as well. Perfect. Plantation or smelter. Both of these are garbage for us. The closest would be plantation with the ability to give us berries to make biscuits with. But realistically, I just need to expand and use herbs instead. I do want to start using stone to make some training gear, which does make me feel like it's time for the harvest there. There we go. That's the ability to start working that event. Enough planks to ship out as well? No. Ooh, meat. Absolutely. I'll ship out 30 meat in order to gain 10 from the Smoldering City. That'll increase our trade relationship by 1. We're about to get into the storm. All of my woodcutters should get off the job. Make up to 200 flour at any one time now. Still want this woodcutter's camp here to finish off a couple of these trees. There we go. Are any of my woodcutter's camps completely empty? No, they've all got material in them. Dang. Without that additional material, I would have destroyed one of them in order to gain back the parts to make a second stonecutter's camp. Maybe even this is the one that I do that to. Everyone's house, so I don't have to worry about being in hostility 2 right now. Except for the fact that the harpies hate me. I'm going to destroy the 3 wood here. Gain 3 parts back, and I will use that to make another Stonecutter's camp. Let's have a look at our new trades. Ooh, sell grain when I already have a huge amount of flour? Sure. And that's back to Sorithil for another 15 amber. That'll get us to the second standing relationship with Sorithil. Sorithil. There we go. Oh my god, Crystallized Dew? Selling for a good rate as well? It's a fine rate. It's okay. Bricks is selling for a reasonable rate as well, but do I really want to get rid of my bricks? Honestly, yeah. I do. Because then by the time I want to ship out the Crystallized Dew, my Smoldering City trade for meat will be done. Please use only the easy and fun resources to make this training gear. No free workers at the moment, so the stone cutting is going to slow down. Oh, we've run out of energy for our production building. So we're no longer speeding up the production of pies ridiculously. I still haven't found a geyser anywhere, right? Nope, no geyser. Planks up to 43. Increase production speed by 50% here. I could do. I honestly don't think I need to, though. Oh, trade routes are back. I need to have 10 packs of provisions delivered before I'm capable of sending that one out. But thankfully, as soon as I deliver my first 3 packs made here, that'll get us there. And boom. I'll take another 15 in trade with Rawson. And in fact, that means Rawson is going to immediately go from 0 standing to 2 standing, as I will have traded 30 ambers worth of goods. How's my wood production still going up right now? Did I take everyone off woodcutting? Yep. Yeah, I did. To Harpy's free to make the Stonecutter's camp down here. I'll stock them in it immediately as well. So I'm gonna lose like 300 wood here. I kinda wanna tell it to stop burning coal, just burn wood. But I'm not gonna have much wood, so I don't feel like, what if you prioritize burning wood and then burn coal if there's no wood? Because I'm always trying to get rid of my wood. Fabric's already well produced. Do I want to make barrels in the tool shop so that I can start making pickled goods? Pickled goods would require eggs, berries, mushrooms, or vegetables, not many of which are currently accessible for us. So I think no. leaf. I get 50 insects. Lose all the wood, that's fine. Flame amulets. I'm not gonna want to continue cutting during the storm. It's like a big no-no for us right now. I'll take a reroll. Woodcutter's song. I'm not going to be felling that many trees. I'm going to take another reroll. And we're back on being able to produce ale for money. Like, I have the best ale production facility in the game here. And theoretically, I would be able to run it. It's just, I'd make a lot of ale to give to exclusively, my beavers. And even then, I'd need a facility for that to happen in. Take our first reroll. Brickyard. Yeah, I'll take a brick production facility, thank you. It'll help us avoid having to use the crude workshop. If I gain a reputation here, I'll gain a cornerstone reroll, so I'm gonna hold out for the possibility of gaining a reputation to change that. How would I do that right now, though? Bribe's not gonna give us a reputation. Have at least 10 buildings with rain engines installed. Or high value trade routes is very easy for us to complete here. Pastries. That's also not difficult, and it comes with 8 parts. I'm gonna take pastries. We've already completed need for pie, so it's just be able to make biscuits. Also, in consumption control, you shouldn't be eating basic food anymore. Here we go for emptying out the Trappers camp on the north, and then as soon as that's emptied out, I'm gonna destroy that woodcutting. I do want to break into another dangerous glade if possible, though. Bakery's still going strong. Any of the rest of these need adjustment yet? No. Got some open builders, that's okay. That crystallized dew. Boom. You know what? I will take another. In fact, I'll probably end up taking both of these dangerous glades. It's 3 to resolve beavers. Generous donation would immediately give me a reroll if I clocked that in. Just have to sell you enough in order to gain 12, as it turns out, which is all of my crystallized due. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Old Voluf's about to leave, and that's fine by me. Freed up a couple more workers, and Fishman Cave should be done in a couple seconds. Great. I'm gonna start making bricks until I have 50 of them. Flour's going really well. What about our trade routes? I'd love to sell tools for a bunch of provisions, happily. Oh, 4 coal for 1. That's not much money. Some stone is starting to roll in, so I should be able to... Actually, hang on. I might already have the ability to ship that out. There's some extra stone in this tinkerer. What else is using stone for production right now? Actually, I guess nothing. Wow, I really thought I had more stone than that. I've absolutely got to get a tool shop down. Most efficient production in the entire game of tools. Oh my god. I'd only need 2 packs of tools to even be made and delivered, which might not actually happen in time. So I'm flush on all of these resources. I'm going to take a greater amount of people. Let's start making some nice homes. Perfect. Still haven't found a single service building, which is quite sad. There we go, there's our open. Speaking of a single service building, I still haven't found one because the tea house is not a service building. I keep misremembering that. Alas, if I salvage this, I'd be able to get some tea and some water skins, not really relevant to us, or I could get the tea house, which itself is also not really relevant to us. It creates tea, which I guess the harpies do like. But that's it. Very narrow. You can get 20 crystallized dew, 20 jerky, and 20 resin by resolving this blood flower event. I'm gonna resolve it regardless. While it's being resolved, we will lose cooked and raw food items at a rate of 2 every 6 seconds. So I do want it to resolve as quickly as possible so I don't lose as much. I only need to ship out the first tools we create. We'll comfortably be able to sell them. Come on. Thank you. $10 packs of provisions. Send them to Rawson. With added tools. And I do want to trade as many stone as I can with a smoldering city. Wasn't I gonna get reputation somehow here? Didn't I have a plan for that? Did I not have a plan for that? Am I stuck with local taxes? Oh boy. I honestly did think I had a really good plan for... 23 seconds. I'm not going to complete that in time. I don't even think there's a way for me to do it now, so I'm just going to accept local taxes. Guess I could have waited to the end of the storm, then accepted it, but I was going to be accepting it no matter what. Well. That could have been better. Speaking could have been better, we now sell stone for a slightly higher price. Incense. I mean, that's also a pretty good price for incense. Ship some of that out. Oh, really good price for bricks. 13 bricks for 12 amber. I'm looking to get some more packs of provisions so that we can afford that. I'm gonna sell some stone and tell these guys your limit is 65 actually, and before the end of the season I'll ship out more bricks. So food production's actually really bad right now. I'm diversifying biscuits and things. Let's get some people back into the rain collector. I do have enough parts to make another wood cuttery right now. I think I will, and I think I'm going to open a small glade with it, actually. Main reason being I am actually running out of wood, and I'm running out of it at inappropriate times, rather. Opening that small glade will, oh my god! Reveal unto us an absolute bounty here. Some copper ore and some bricks. I'll happily break that open to get those. Well, do I want to do that? No, those are resources I can hold out for. Have the opportunity to set up another farm. Well, that I'm not holding out on. That I'm going to immediately exploit. 15 packs of provisions are being delivered, which means I will now be able to get 60 from Rawson. Thank you, friend. Yeah, hunger is starting to creep in because I'm not developing food enough for everyone to have a complex food stuff available at the right time. I think I need a second bakery now. I hear the storm crashing in. I'll take my woodcutters off the job as soon as they need to be. Perfect. Unfortunately, they are going to be affected by melancholy unless I start burning or sacrificing. And I guess for that reason, I'm more than happy to start sacrificing some wood. It's not a great price for selling flour, but it would give me a standing with Ocean City if I get 10 amber out of it. Alternatively, I have a really good trade up here for meat with the smoldering city. Just gonna have to have 15 packs of provisions in order to send them. Unfortunately, there's no resource of just meat right now. That'd be really handy. Ooh, people are mad at me. I'm honestly quite surprised by that. I guess they aren't eating well. Pretty easy to bite the hand that feeds when you're not being fed. Love flour's complete. We're getting some additional jerky from that. Mine for more ore. That gives me the ability to bring some people off of that job, unless I wanted to send a bunch of new bricks in. Thankfully, I can also start making bricks yet again. Rain collector, don't need to do that during this season. I was really hoping I would find a geyser in any of these. Not a single geyser to be found. Send to the Citadel, I can gain 15 additional amber. I don't want additional people, and I also can't really afford to get additional people there, so easy choice to be made. And I can gain an additional reroll if I wait until the next season and then open the small abandoned cache. That will give us a new blueprint reward as well as a point of reputation. In giving us a point of reputation in the drizzle season, we will earn a cornerstone reroll. And just in time as well, because the next year is one of the legendary cornerstones, so it's one that's going to be more impactful to reroll than a typical. That's something I only learned recently. Every second year, you get a legendary cornerstone as your offering. So those are years that are maybe a bit more effective to do your rerolling on. we go. Sack a stack of coal as well as a sack of wood at the same time. The harpies are happy again. Oh, wait. Do we still have 2 minutes left in the storm? We do. Good. 2 minutes left in the storm means that my first trade with Onshawn City is going to be complete, and I will be able to send the meat. Well, okay. I'm gonna need to start sacrificing a second stack of coal. Which means I now can afford to get one more woodworker again. Woof, still only one. Definitely gonna need some more flour. Let's start producing that. Yeah, there's a cyst out there that we can burn right now, so let's do that also. Hey, we've made enough tools that the tool shop can close, and I can refund the wood it was creating. Next provisions are done now as well. Fabric's still hanging sand out there. I do actually have some clay now. Annoyingly, my clay comes from reed villages, reed fields, specifically large reed fields. But 40% of the time I'm getting some clay from that, and that's enough to start making some pottery. Harpies are starving, excuse me. You missed one meal and you're starving? Oh, fine. I'll give them the ability to eat meat just in case they need it, but they will defer to eating luxury goods first if they're available. So that should be okay. Now I'm entirely out of fuel. I'll return some coal for the moment. And we're back to low on fuel. Cool. Okay, we'll be okay. We got through that season. Royal Guard training. Fulfilling the need for brawling gives an additional +5 to resolve, but attacking a trader will give you 2 extra impatience points. Also, speaking of, have a trader. Hello. Good to see you, Sotha. I have so much money. Oh no, I didn't trade the meat before the end of the season. Whoops. I really should have set it to pause before the end of the season, for my sake. That said, I have some good trades I am capable of making here as well. 54 training gear with 6 packs of provisions gets us 39 from Rawson. $20 pottery every time I discover a glade, +3 to skulls production, don't really care about either of those. Alchemist Sut for tea, wine, and crystallized dew. That doesn't really matter until I have a production building, sorry, a service building rather, and I can serve any of those. I have a lot of money and nothing to do with it at this point. Start that trade? Yeah, I did. Okay, maybe I could have bought things and sold them instead to have some additional resources there. Okay, if I open one glade right now, and especially if I open a dangerous... Well, actually, no, I won't complete the dangerous glade event in time. But if I open one glade right now, I'm going to get into the wilds, which is another reputation point, so I'll get a second reroll. Which I hope I don't need, but if I do need it, I'm glad that I'll have it. Newcomers, but it's possible that my reroll will affect the newcomers, so I don't want that yet. Okay, harpies are happy enough that I should get my reputation in just a second. There we go, there's our reroll earned. Rerolling past Royal. There's no impatience penalty when villagers leave or die, but impatience grows 600% faster starting from Drizzle in year 9. We are 3 years away from that. I don't want that. So I will be opening another glade really quickly here. It's a weird position to put that, but it'll get the job done. Here we go. Unfortunately, I don't have a large herbalist camp, so I can't get these giant herbs. Would have been lovely, though. Excavate. Or I can let the Rage of the Forest roll on. Extra hostility points while I'm working on it, and it would actually be complete relatively early. No, I'm going to excavate that. And also complete Into the Wilds. That's another reroll available, and I'll take it. Urban planning. For every 10 completed trade routes, all houses have room for one more person. I hope that works retroactively, but I know it doesn't. Still gonna need to be producing packs of provisions. Ooh, Stonecutters is bereft now. I don't think I need stone enough to replace those just yet. I can't just let this leave without getting anything out of it because I really need to use my money for things. So what I'm gonna do is start buying the ability to solve missions. I'm gonna get barrels. I'm gonna get some herbs. I'm gonna get some... I really don't know what I want. Herbs are a given. I want those. Bricks? I don't need to make those with this because I can make them with a really good rate already. Additional bricks and additional clay. That's more pottery. I like pottery. Trader's about to leave. That'll do. have to do for the moment. Get 2 of you into the rain collector as well. I would really like to gain some of that drizzle back. Send even more to you, more of you rather, to a citadel upstate. Stormwater geyser. Rudely not drizzle. Yeah, it's specifically drizzle I want as much as possible of. Oh! There's a lot of value here. Advanced Rain Collector. Has a tank capacity of 100. Yeah. Let's roll with that. So we can end up with a max capacity of 150 drizzle water. So that's 45% extra food production speed, which would be incredible. Do some delivery. Just a little bit of delivery. Thank you. You can ship out 112 reeds, 16 packs of provisions. I'll do it. Send out the 50 barrels? Sure, I can make barrels. 41 seconds. Oh, wow. This event will actually complete in time, giving me another 0.5 to reputation, which will get me another reroll charge. And then, if I hand in my order, that's another reroll charge. As well as picking up 2 blueprints along the way. Manufactory. I mean, the ability to make pigment does seem important to us. Primary reasoning there being that it would give us the ability to also make scrolls to educate our beavers and our harpies, which is lovely to do, but I also don't have a production facility for that yet. Let's take a reroll. Forager's Camp. I don't think I have any resources that are best collected with the Forager's Camp right now. Nope. Nothing. Another reroll. There's the workshop. That's plank production exclusively for us right now. Stamping mill. No, I'm glad I saved a lot of my money because I need a reroll there. There we go. Lumber mill. Hello. Lumber mill is the ability to actually make planks. And there's the clan hall. I turned that down earlier, unfortunately. Oof. But the clan hall with Ancient Ways as its passive effect does give plus 100% greater yield to all camps. And also it's a service building, and I really, let's go, really need a service building at this point. Two of these shelters should probably just be moved elsewhere. Let's throw a house back in this direction. Hey, there we go, even. And even opens a good place for the new clan hall to exist. Light rod system appeared. Am I prepared for that yet? Yes, I am. That's cool. I'll just assign people at the start of the storm. Do you want to put lizards in the clan hall, as they would benefit from being there? To the tune of 5 resolve apiece. Ooh, got some great trades offered here as well. 4 tools with 4 bags of provisions is 11 gold from Sorathil. 3 tools with 3 bags of provisions is 11 gold from O'Shaw. I'm gonna sell all of those for 44. Thanks, bud. Grain mill, I've already made enough flour for the moment, so I can free up some workers there. And it's definitely time to expand this mine. This camp has no deposits nearby, that's fine. Pastries need is completed as well. Although I can wait and then turn that in at the start of the next season for another cornerstone reroll. And I suspect that'll be a really good idea for us. Selling some flour at the moment also seems like a really good idea, so I'll just wait until I have a couple more bags of provisions to send them out the door. Let's free up a bunch of people there that weren't working for the rest of that season. And now that we have... yeah. It's time to decorate very lazily. Whee. Wait, hang on. I don't need to do the final decorations, the harmony decorations. Those are already handled by the converted totem of denial, giving us 3 global resolve as well. After those productions are complete, we will now have an additional plus 10% to bonus yields. That's enough amber to ship out as much flour as I want.
Mira, Ludo, yeah, Pulta.
Alright, it's definitely time to start making pickled goods as well. And probably up to 50 fabric at a time, but do prioritize the pickled goods, please. Should be enough warm wood to get through the storm. All woodcutters off the job, and every villager that dies during the storm, not going to happen. I just have to worry about the amount of resolve we're about to lose, which is going to be a lot. Ooh, maybe it's going to be a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Let's get the appropriate people in the blight post. start burning down those cysts for us. We'll also have some woodworkers going to the lumber mill and start making wood there. And the crude workstation is going to be emptied. Get some people in the main warehouse as well to help with deliveries. No more need for the crude workstation. Sacrifice 1 stack of wood and that keeps us comfortable for the rest of the season. And in fact, I do want to get rid of the rest of the wood still. Grain. I don't want to sell that much grain. I'm still using that for making all my flour. Because I sold all my flour. I'm going to tell them to start pre-making some stuff for the next storm so that I can utilize the rest of the wood as well. Alright. Only a couple of free workers at the moment. Let's get some of them to fill an advanced camp. And yeah, I can't afford a woodcutter right now, unfortunately. If I sack some coal, that will give me the ability to put people back on woodcutting right now if I wanted to. Pickled goods sell for a reasonable rate here. 46 of them for 12 from Ocean City. Actually, I'm going to sell a minimal amount. Oh, newcomers. Hello. Oh, and you bring some tools. I can sell those. Speaking of selling tools, let's make some more tools. I lose 24 wood at the end of this cycle, and I gain, instead, 50. In fact, I lose 0 wood, and I gain 50 insects. No quality control really coming through clutch. Hello, Jirani. It's a forager's camp, and herb garden, ale production, tea production. None of those are really relevant to us still. Thanks. Kinda just want to buy food resources from you again. Herbs, vegetables. I don't actually need the meat. Don't actually need the berries, but I'll take the berries and the roots. There you go. Thanks. Now I'll complete my pastries mission. Boom. Another reroll learned. Woohoo! Woodcutting speed will increase by 10% for every 150 units of water used in rain engines? No. Reroll. Hostility from woodcutters down? No. Reroll. Obsidian runestone increased resistance to hearth corruption? No. Reroll? Woodcutting camp is 25% faster. Alright, fine.
Oh yeah. Oh, we know.
Let's open another small glade. Also construct the appropriate homes for everyone to feel comfortable. even more soil. Still not another geyser though. In fact, I'm going to open one more glade, get our ability to trailblaze. That'll earn us another reroll, actually. Making so much drizzle water, I should certainly use some of it. I do also need to start making some pipes. Oh! A trader found in this glade! Hello! And you're offering for 35, 50 less hostility. Love it. The ability to make wine porridge in barrels. I do want to be able to make wine. What a great trader. You're offering planks and roots and resin. Some fabric. I will take your grain. My offer is all these ancient tablets because I know I'm not going to need them. I'll take your grain and then I'll take as many fabric as you'll sell. Thank you. And that'll also complete trailblazing. +3 to all pickled goods production from here on out. 30 amber and 30 crystallized dew. Smoldering City has an incredible rate to sell meat to it. Good rate for selling flour to Oshorn City as well. That's an incredible rate for selling tools. I think what I want here is just the ability to make many, many, many sales. I'm also gonna pay 10 to expand offers from all of these towns in a bit. I want to have more active routes. That's how I house my people. Not yet, but theoretically, at some point, eventually, in the future. Gotta get that makeshift postman. New season, new things to sell, to new people. Yeah, expand the offers of all towns by 1 here. So I use some resin. I'll flog off some tiny trade routes here. It's still around and I still have 40. Roots and herbs from the herb garden would actually be good for making consistent biscuits, but I'm also just buying the things for that, and that's fine now at the moment as well. Let's make any of our production buildings. We haven't yet. Artisan and a distillery down here. That artisan is going to be capable of keeping us rolling in coats for the rest of the game as well. And then the distillery, honestly, you're not really relevant just yet, but your time is coming. The trader's about to leave, hence the pause there. Cooperage and manufacturing. I'm gonna take a reroll. Butcher. For jerky and skewers. Or smelter. You know what? I will take a butcher and I will start making jerky. Heck, I could even start making oil if I really wanted to, but I should probably have a second building if I wanted to do that here. Also can connect the butcher to another building. Tea house is produced. Great. Artisan, you just need to be filled with ore. Which is to say, harpies. Might be filled with ore to see a harpy. And I definitely don't want to sell parts, so that's where my selling spree ends. Cool, I now have the 10 things completed. So 10 trade routes, I've got 1 additional room for people. 50% more people per house. There's all this soil that I would be able to use as well. Trying to consider how I can free up some more people. Now that I've got an advanced rain collector, it wouldn't make sense for me not to go to an industry building as well. Possibly like the rain mill, but I'm looking for an industry building that's overloaded on things it needs to do. The granary does want to do a bunch of stuff, and I do have a mission for delivering packs of crops. 20 of them. Let's connect you to the system and increase your speed. This artisan, here we go. Production rate of coats and luxury goods. That's going to be relevant. Need 20 luxury goods and, oh boy. I don't know what I'm going to make those out of, but we'll also start using your drizzle capacity. So yeah, we're using the drizzle water now. Everyone's off of woodcutting now. Everyone has complex food and everyone has housing, so Melancholy's not active. Hailstorm's not active. During the storm, rather, all species resolves drop 100% faster. Woof, that sucks. And if a villager dies, they are going to spawn a blood flower. But, yep, everyone's happy enough that it's not a problem. Cool. Let's have a look at our trade routes again. That's a lot of money I could make selling reeds. And flour. I'll sell one stack of everything that would be very easy not to mourn. And then as soon as those turn in, I'll sell the big stacks of things. Let's also queue up the rain production facility to happen faster because I do want those flower to appear in time. Start using the blight post because it actually have some blight going on. I'll tell you can make up to 100 planks at any one time so that you can try and use some of the additional fuel we've generated. People are having so many of their luxuries fulfilled at the same time. Newcomers. I do want more harpies. But also, if I accept new people right now, that will push me into the next level of hostility, and that will make the harpies sad. Unless I start sacrificing coal, which I could do. But I can start out sacrificing wood. So packs of luxury goods can use wine, can use tea, can use ale, can use scrolls, can use incense, or training gear. And training gear is the easiest of those for us to make.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, I'll even connect that to the system so that I can produce them 100% faster and have the 25% chance of extra yields. Also, that's my first building that's actually using stormwater in the rain engine. And new routes are open, and yep, now I have a lot more flour to sell. So 30 for 12, or where's the other flour sales? 23 for 7. It's 30 for 12, definitely. And then 80 reeds as well. I don't want to get rid of the herbs. I don't want to get rid of things that I'm buying. Unfortunately, now I've run out of drizzle water. So as soon as we get into the next season, I'm going to be keen to get some more of that. I don't have a really good plan for how I eclipse our final reputation points here. I can make everyone really happy, but I'm still going to get like 3 or 4 reputation points out of that total. So I should start thinking about how I intend to get more. And the easiest way to do that, historically, is to open new glades. As long as I keep people happy, opening new glades is not going to cost me too much. Sell even more flour. Yep. All right, Renwalds. Oh, Explorer's Lodge. Hello. Happy to see that. It's also grain bags. If this is ever active for me, I've already screwed up. That shouldn't be active. Explorer's Lodge. I can fulfill brawling and education here, so now I have a reason to actually educate my people. And also it comes with the Crown Chronicles. Crown Chronicles gives us +1 to global resolve for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. So currently that is only 2, but there's another brewery down there that I've yet to salvage. Yep, so it'll give us a 3rd resolve. Advanced farming is done. Let's get people back in the rain collector. Value-added tax. Packs of trade goods are worth 25% more when sold to trade routes. No. Reroll. Villages with leisure fulfilled. No. Reroll. Bakery production's 50% quicker. That's incredible for us. Woo! All the rerolls are really helping out. Still got to build these woodcutters camps. Oh, none of my trade routes come in while you're still here, Renwald. That's disappointing. I did actually want to buy the grain bags from you. So that'd be a lot. That would cost me a lot. I wouldn't even be able to buy that with all of my packs of provisions or all of my coal. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Definitely okay with what I got, though. It up. And tincture. Nope. Mine for more ore. I'm happy to do so. Fabric is now delivered, so I do have the ability to start building this brewery also. Which is very handy, because that will give us another +1 to all of our resolves. I'll soon have enough money to reroll, and also nothing much else that I can do with that money except for reroll. That's a lot of coats. Yeah, I'll make the luxury goods, thank you. I feel like I expanded a lot more than I needed to. But I'm not certain if I'm going to be punished for that. Hey, lizards have everything fulfilled. They've got religion, they've got skewers, they've got jerky, they've got brawling, they've got pickled goods, they've got pie, they've got lizard housing and basic housing as well. Making pigment, eh? I will take a tincture. And in said tincture, we will start making some pigment so that I can start educating my people as well. This education is a total of +10 resolve. That'll make the beavers and the harpies really happy. There's the luxury goods. I'll let you still make a bit more in luxury goods before I worry. Sell a bunch of coats. That's a lot of coats for almost no money. Wow, being offered some really bad deals here. Reroll. Cloth, yeah, best cloak production in the game. Another reroll. Weaver, best fabric production in the game. Realistically, none of that is gonna matter at all. I am probably not even gonna have time to get my tinctury to start working before the end of this. I'm gonna increase everyone's happiness by sacrificing some coal, and boom. Statue of the Forefathers. We've won a game near the Statue of the Forefathers modifier, and on Prestige 15. 119 in food stockpiles, 34 artifacts, 34 machinery, and 7 seal fragments for our difficulty. Before I choose the Royal Resupply here, let's have a look at our map. Bandit Camp, neither trading nor trade routes are available. That is a very large difficulty. That said, still want to go north. Somber Procession, a world event. Select it to interact with it. Your caravan stumbles across a long and somber procession carrying the body encased in a block of encased in a block of amber. Another viceroy perished attempting the trail to join the queen's hands. The mourners ask you not to disturb the forest to ensure their safe passage back to the citadel. Interesting. I can honor the dead if I win a game after opening no more than 1 dangerous or forbidden glade. All of my starting caravans for the rest of the run, which is still going to be like a solid amount, will start with 10 extra tools and 20 stone. That's definitely good. There's also give provisions, interestingly. So I could have 3 reserve embarkation points to give this, and it would give me a blessing for 3 games. I'll tell you what, if I'm gonna honor the dead, then I am still gonna want reserve embarkation points to make that an easier sell for us. I already have, oh, I'm not getting enough seal fragments right now. Am I? No, I'll probably have enough seal fragments by the time I get to the titanium seal. That'll be fine. What's the blessing? Villagers with their need for species-specific housing met will get an additional +2 to resolve, but it expires after 3 successful settlements in the current cycle. I will still take Honor the Dead, which is going to force me to settle exactly that area as well. That's okay. It's a royal woodland space. We'll start strategizing about how we can handle that in the next episode. Just before we get to that, though, I'll turn in my deeds and buy another upgrade. I could get the ability to upgrade fox houses. Foxes are also the least common. I feel like I redecide what to do first every time I come to this screen. Instead of doing that, I will just take my permanent +2% global boost to production speed, as well as embarkation bonus of parts, all in service of getting to worker capacity increase, and then larger storage, and finally the Beavers house upgrade. Perfect. With that done, I'm gonna go right back in there and see if anything costs just enough that I would be able to buy it right now. No, it doesn't. Okay, everything costs more than 104 in food. For the moment, though. And this one's the real one. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on this game, past, present, and future. Series playlists. Yeah, and then below is YouTube recommendation. String past are the names of people who are generally supporting the Republic of Patreon.com/Rhapsody plays out above the thank tier to special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you're being choosed. I missed